I want to welcome everyone to the 2025 LHON Conference here in St. Louis, Missouri. My name is Maria Johnson, and we are thrilled that you have all come and to attend what is now our 12th conference, something like that. Well, we don't count COVID, so we'll just skip over that. But it's been a lot of years that we put this conference together, and we love that people return and also all the first timers. I have a big passion for this conference, and I know it's a very special event for many of you, attendees who have come in the past, for all of you here today, and for attendees who will come in the future. But I never thought I would be passionate about a conference like this. Like many of you, or all of you, I never thought I would be at a conference like this. I never thought I would hear the words Leber hereditary optic neuropathy. But in 2013, I did hear those words when I was diagnosed with LHON after vision loss in 2013. I'm a mom. I have a son and a daughter and two grandchildren who are all unaffected. And I have a sister who is unaffected, and she has two boys. And my oldest nephew was affected just a few years after me. So there makes two of us in our family. 6 months after I was diagnosed, of course, I was having conversations with Lissa Poinsino, like many of you. She called me up and asked if I would speak and moderate a panel at the 2014 conference. And at the time, I was a group fitness instructor, and I thought, get in front of a group of people with a microphone? Sure, I do that every day. So I took her up on her offer, and I did speak and moderated the first Living with LHON panel in 2014. And it was one of the best experiences I have had, coming into this world. I've been participating and helping plan the conference ever since. In 2022, I became and took on the role as conference chair. Now, it's not exactly being in front of the room of a bunch of people ready to exercise, but I still get to stand in front of a group of people and with a microphone on and still have the best time ever. I don't do this job alone. I have a team, an incredible team, and I'd like to introduce them now so that if you would like to speak to any of them about conference stuff, about this conference this weekend or conferences in the future, you'll know who they are. And I'm just going to call out their names, and they're just going to stand up so you can get a look at who they are. Sorry, affected folks, we'll figure it out, right? As we do. We're really good at figuring stuff out. So I'm going to start with Lissa Poinsino. And we have John Coughlin, we have Jennifer Malika, we have Melinda Marsh, Chris Marsh, Paul Laurie, and Jessica Loomer. So feel free to connect with them anytime during the next couple of days. In the next couple of days, as a conference team, we strive to bring you so much. And it might be a lot for some of you who are first timers, and some of you I spoke to in the last day or so, I said it might be a lot. But it's a lot of really good information, and you may, take some time to process and absorb everything we're bringing to you in the next couple of days. We bring you lots of education, resources, support, and especially connections with others who have been maybe on the same journey as you for the same amount of time, folks who have been affected for 40 years or more. And I know there's folks here who have only been affected and diagnosed a couple of months. And I think it's wonderful that we have all landed here together. But what I want personally for everybody that's here is I want you to leave better than when you walked into this hotel. And by better, I mean, let me break it down for you by letters. B is for, I want you to feel like you belonged. E is, I want you to feel more empowered. T, I want you to feel transformed. T, I want you to learn to trust our community and trust the process. E, I want you to feel more encouraged. And R, I want you to feel like this conference totally rocked. Okay, well, that was R, but okay, wait, R, I want you to feel a little bit more resilient when you leave this conference. So put it all together. I want you to walk away with this experience of feeling better, because living with LHON is better when we get together. And that's just what we're doing for the next couple of days. So now I'd like to turn it over to Jessica Loomer, who's my partner in crime in this conference world.
Thank you so much, Maria. I was like, did anyone love the Jack Johnson song we had earlier? Like, love that. My name is Jessica Loomer, and I'm super excited to be here. This is such a fun time. I was actually on a plane on the way here, and Apple memories pop up, and it was a picture of a conference I was rallying on the Hill 10 years ago at the UMDF conference. And it was so crazy to think that was 10 years ago. And, the last, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year, I've been affected for 13 years. And I would say in the last 6 months to a year, it's just been busy. And, having LHON and being affected, some days are great. Like some days I feel like I got it going on. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, what people can actually see. Like it's so easy to handle LH1. And then some days like 2 days ago, I spread ketchup on my toast and ate that. And it was gross. And I was like, oh, and, sometimes LH1's just tough. And you do stuff like that, and you're like, gosh, you would think that I still would have it together at 13 years affected. And it just happens. It's LH1. It totally happens. We're human, and you just kind of have to roll with it. And I think one of the coolest things about this conference is that we all have those stories we get to share. And we all have those connections of like, spreading ketchup on our toast and eating that, or a whole lemon or something gross like that. And it's the place where we all get to connect and be like, yep, I totally did that. And I totally know what you're going through. And like, yeah, you'll eat better toast the next time and it'll get a little bit easier. And this is the place where I feel calm and centered and together. And it's honestly, Maria, every single time I leave conference, I always feel better. And so it's cool to be able to have those moments of being able to just be able to reconnect with everybody and be able to share these experiences. And so I'm amongst a family that has a whole slew of people affected. I'm affected. My aunt's affected. My uncle's affected. Um, and we have everything from ocular symptoms like mine, and also family members that also have, and my brother's affected. I forgot about him. And also have people that also have LH1 plus symptoms as well. So it is a family that we're together fighting, and being together to share resources and just support each other. And so happy to be able to share being part of this conference and being here. I'm just really thankful. And so, yeah, I think that was my story. That was it.
Awesome. Yes. Yes. So we're really thrilled that you're all here. You're in for a wonderful next couple of days. And we do want your experience to be better than ever because we're together. So we're kicking it off. It starts now. It starts now.
So a couple of things that we'll want to cover as we kind of ease into the day is housekeeping. So these are the important things. Obviously, everyone's we got a color of theme of blue kind of decked out. So each time that you're looking for somebody that's part of the LH1 community, look for the blue lanyard. However, if you do see a blue and green, that's also our group. So kind of keep an eye out for those blue and green lanyards together, and then the blue lanyards specifically. If you're looking for a volunteer, have a question, need help, our volunteers will actually be wearing blue vests, and they say LH1 volunteer on the back, but they're just like these really cute blue vests. So check that out. If you're looking for a room, this is our room. We will be in this the entire weekend. So check out, there is like the bright blue LH1 signs out front. And if you were here last year, we actually have these other great signs for bathrooms. So like super large men's and women's bathroom signs are also outside. If we do happen to kind of have anything else for you to be aware of, kind of check out the LH1 signs, like specifically for the events that are happening later Friday night as well. Oh, yes. Last but not least, we will be recording. So please be aware and kind of cognizant. Have your phone on silent. If you do need to take something, eat a quick snack, please step out so we can make sure that recording is going fantastic.
And turn off voiceover.
Yes, please turn off voiceover.
Yeah,
That would be ideal. These speakers, microphones are fantastic. They pick them up very well. So we want to make sure that we don't have to edit that out later. Anything else
Yeah.
on housekeeping?
The one thing I want to say about the blue signs is they are a great photo op. So please feel free to, when the signs are outside the doors, feel free to take photos by them. That got to be a thing last year. They were new last year. We love them. We can see them. And so people would use those as photo opportunities as a photo spot. So please feel free to do that and anytime. So that's pretty cool. And if you're in the private Facebook group, keep posting in there what you're up to, where you are, what you're doing. Post the photos that you take here at conference. Post them in the group because it's fun to share those kind of photos and those kind of moments in the group as well.